Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum to all of you. This is abbasi here to discuss the very important topic related to paper 1, that is the chemical equilibrium. Now we will solve the past paper question related to the we can say that chemical equilibrium. Now this is the question related to the paper 2 and the topic is the chemical equilibrium. Now the question number, we can read that nitrogen dioxide reacts with itself to make dinitrogen tetraoxide, right? This is the example of the exothermic reaction, right? And this reaction is investigated at 140 degrees Celsius temperature in a sealed container, right? A dynamic equilibrium mixture is established. This is the chemical reaction which we people have discussed in the factors affecting the equilibrium position, right? So now what is the color of NO2? NO2, nitrogen dioxide, is a dark brown color. And what is the color of the nitrogen tetraoxide? That is the colorless gas. And nitrogen dioxide is present at the reactant side, and this nitrogen tetraoxide is present at the product side, right? So now this was the information related to the question. Now we are discussing the questions. Now the question number 1 is that what do you mean by this double arrow, right? So what you people have to write, this is only 1 mark answer, that this is the symbol for the reversible reaction, right? Right. So this is the answer for the question number A. Now the question number B is that what is the exothermic reaction, right? What you people have to write, a reaction in which heat energy is released to the surroundings, right? This is the definition related to the exothermic reaction. Now the C question is that suggest why the sealed container must be used to establish any equilibrium. What is the reason for the sealed container, right? Why we are using? So this is very simple answer, that you can say that there will be no reactants or products can enter, or you can say that they can be. So that is the reason that the sealed container must be used, right? Then what will happen? We can establish an equilibrium. Now the D part is that related to the factors affecting equilibrium position. Now look at here, the pressure of the equilibrium mixture is decreased, right, and the temperature is kept constant, that is 140. Now predict and what will happen to the color of the equilibrium mixture, right? So first of all, you people have to identify that where will be the equilibrium position, whether it will be forward direction or backward direction when we decrease the pressure. Okay, so as I gave you the concept, if we increase the pressure, equilibrium will move towards that side where there are less number of moles. But here the question is related to the decrease in equilibrium, decrease in the pressure, so equilibrium will move towards, now look at here, there are 2 moles here and there is only 1 mole here. So if we increase the pressure, then what will happen, it will move in this direction, means forward direction. But here the question is related to if we decrease the pressure, so it will move towards the we can say that backward direction, right, means to the reactant side. And the question is asking about the color, so color will be dark brown, right? So you will write the answer in this way, that predict and explain what will happen to the color of the equilibrium mixture. So you will write that the color becomes more brown, right, more brown color. Okay, this will be for 1 mark you will get from this idea. Second idea, you will write that equilibrium will move towards that direction where number of moles are greater, or number of moles are greater on, we can say that, reactant side, and the reactant is NO2, right? So this is the answer. Then from this you will get 1 mark, so there will be 2 marks for this question, right? Now we are moving towards another question, that is the E part, and look at here, it is related to the temperature. The temperature of the equilibrium mixture, right, the temperature of the equilibrium mixture is increased, the pressure is kept constant. Predict and explain why and what will happen to the color change of the equilibrium mixture. So as I have told you earlier, that if there is a question related to temperature, you must know whether the reaction is endo or exo. So as in this question it is already mentioned that this reaction is exothermic reaction, right? Look at here, again I am showing you the reaction, that this is the exothermic reaction. Okay, so when you increase the temperature here, what will happen? Reaction is already exothermic, there is no need of heat energy, but if you are giving the heat energy, increasing the heat energy, what will happen? It will move from, you can say that, the product side to the reactant side, right? And the color will be again dark brown. So you will write the answer in this way. 2 points you have to write. Look at here. Number 1, what you will write, in the same way you can write the color becomes more brown, right? This is the 1 mark, right? And then why you can say that the color will be more brown. So as you know that reaction is exothermic, right? Reaction is exothermic reaction. So the position of equilibrium will move towards reactant side, and the reactant is same and so in this way you will get 1 mark also. So this is the question number E, which we have discussed related to the temperature. Now the F question is that nitrogen dioxide reacts with water to make nitric acid and nitrous acid, right? HNO3 and HNO2. Nitric acid, as you know, that it's very strong acid, and nitrous acid is weak acid, right? Describe an experiment to differentiate between separate solutions of a strong acid and a weak acid. How you can identify, how you can differentiate whether it is a strong acid or a weak acid. There will be 2 marks for this one. So there are 2 possible ways you can mention. One way I am showing you, I am writing here that you can write the universal indicator, right? So you people have to write that we can use or add universal indicator, right? 1 mark you will get. And in the second you can say that idea, you can write that you can identify, you can differentiate a strong acid and weak acid by identifying or by checking identifying color, right? Second is that you can use pH meter, right? When you write the pH meter, so 1 mark you will get. And then the second point you will write that when you have added the pH meter, right, into both of the solution, what will happen? Now you people have to check the pH of both solutions, right? You have to check the pH of the both solutions. A strong acid will have the pH from 1 to 3, right? And the weak acid will have the pH from 3 to 6. So this is the answer, right? Now this was the one part. Now the second part is that when you are reacting nitrogen dioxide with sodium hydroxide, aqueous sodium hydroxide, there will be, you know, the 2 salts will be produced. Give the formula of the each of the 2 salts produced. Now look at here, K potassium hydroxide, KOH, right, will react with the NO2 then there will be two salts, KNO3, and then H2O will be produced. So one, you can write that KNO3 and second salt will be KNO2. These are the two salts will be produced, right? So this was the question related to the chemical equilibrium, right? These are the parts and there are 10 marks related to this question. I hope you understood the concept related to the factors affecting the equilibrium position. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.